Welcome to the Axiom. New file detected. Launching file.
Hello world. My name is Leo, and today we are continuing
You're here to
the Slay the Princess file. Where we last left off, we had gone through 2 more routes. We went through the prisoner to get to the drowned Grey, and we took an entirely new route and found the adversary. And that was a lot of fun. We got to see manifestations in real time. We also got to see someone said in the comments that the Wraith was like it was her trying to express her feelings because she had been like silenced. She wasn't given the chance to talk about how she really felt, and she was trying to make us understand how she felt, and it makes me like this route a little bit more. I know I said I found it underwhelming last time, but the symbolism is, I think, very clever. Also, I wanted to say something that I didn't get the chance to say, but I was thinking more about like the lore that we've found so far, and regarding my thoughts so far video, I think something that I got wrong was the narrator being the developers. It is very clear that the narrator is his own character in the game. And that is kind of reflective of the Stanley Parable. It's not like the narrator in that game is a reflection of the developers. The narrator is his own character. It works the same here. I don't think the narrator is supposed to be the developers anymore. However, again, like I said before, the construct is still the game. So, our plan for today is, I was thinking about it, and we currently have 7 princesses left that we still need to find. Which means that I can make this line up super perfectly. So I have 1 more princess I need to deliver to the shifting mound. Which means, if I discover one of these new princesses, and then discover their chapter 3, I can get 2 princesses in this run, and then in the next entirely new game, I will have just 5 princesses left to see, and it'll all line up perfectly, and then I can get do a bonus episode, maybe getting the other endings and stuff like that. But yeah, so that is the plan. The plan, here, let me bring it up again really quick just so I have it visually. The plan is to get one of these 2 princesses, which I think can be gotten. This one, I think it is if I go the adversary route but choose to flee or give up during the when she starts fighting back. And this one I actually think is if I bring the blade down, say I'm going to save her, but then slay her before I would cut her wrist. I think I want to go for this one personally, and then go for one of these 2 maybe. Also, something was telling me that or someone in the comments was telling me that the princesses are divided, and I kind of figured that oh, it kind of lines up. Nightmare you can get from Clarity. You can get Clarity or Wraith. Spectre you can get Wraith and Nightmare. Beast you can get Den and Wild. So I know it's lined up, but I wasn't sure how it was lined up. But apparently Razor and Stranger, who don't have chapter 3s, are set to space it out. So it probably goes oh, Adversary you can get this and this. Whatever this is, you can get it probably this and this. But then it goes Spectre this and this, Nightmare this and this, Razor is on its own, Beast this and this, whatever this is, this and this, Stranger's on its own, Prisoner this and this, and then Damsel this and this. And I think that lines up pretty okay. So yeah, we're gonna go for this, and then This one sounds like it would be the easiest one to get. One might resist the divine, but it's very hard to kill a god. There's no shame in failing. So we might go for this one. Because I'm not quite sure how to get this one. But we'll see. We will see. So we are going to silently continue to the cabin. Slay the princess.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through.
So, fast forward. Aha! So, finish the job as blacked out because I've already done that. So, give up or flee and lock her in the basement. I'm gonna just go ahead and... I can just save over this. And then... there is something in here that is, like, get her to break her own chains. And if I flee, maybe that will happen. So I am going to flee and lock her in the basement. And see if I can get her to break her own chains. Because I have a feeling giving up and fleeing are going to result in the same thing. I could be wrong, though. And if it results in something not new, I'm going to reload. So I'm going to flee and lock her in the basement.
Are you serious?
I mean, yeah, have you seen her? Look at her. She's like growing muscles as we speak. I can't compete with that. Can you make me grow muscles?
It's a good idea. We've taken some bad hits, but we've dealt some too. She has to be feeling it more than we are. Let's regroup upstairs. If we're lucky, maybe she'll just bleed out.
And if this leads down the nightmare, I'll reload.
Fine. You make a mad dash to the basement stairs, the princess's chains rattling as she tries to chase you, but pulling taut much too soon for her to catch up.
Yep, we're a coward.
Do you really think you can just walk out of here?
Yes, I do. What are you gonna do
She
about it?
steps towards you, ignoring her chains.
Yeah, you gonna do it? You gonna break your chains? Why do you look so dark all of a sudden? Where'd that shadow come from?
They creak and strain as she pulls against them until finally they break. The links clatter to the floor, useless.
Welp. That's not good.
She's free. Hurry.
Yup. Let's go.
You push your broken body as she closes in and just barely manage to pass the threshold of the basement doorway before she catches up to you.
Okay.
You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade.
We do still have the blade in our hand.
Okay, we can make this. We settle again. It isn't long before you start.
I know you're still there.
Oh, this leads to nightmare.
Make things easier on yourself and let me out.
Huh, okay, well then. In that case, I will reload. I mean, let me just hit tab. Okay, yeah, I will reload. So no matter what, like, leaving her in the basement just is just a one-way ticket to nightmare. So I'm gonna load this. Did it save that I saw that? It did! Look at that. Get her to break her own chains. Always leave a means of easy egress. I don't know what that means. Like a means of always easy, like trying to easy leave easily. Isn't that what egress means? Okay. Oh, this time it just got rid of that option completely. It's not even blacked out. All right, well, you know, there's not really much I can do. She's way too strong, and my weapon is clearly useless against her. So I'm just gonna give up and hope for the best.
Are you serious? As internal bleeding sets in, the blade falls from your trembling hands, clattering to the ground, uselessly.
I can't help it. She's just better than me. She has proven she broke my jaw. Do you know how important my jaw is to me? I have a beak. Like, I think. Like, my whole entire nose is basically my jaw. That's a big deal.
You lacked the will to finish the job, your bruised and broken body falling to its knees before her.
Hi. I don't like the way you're looking at me.
The princess, exhausted, chest heaving with heavy breaths, tosses the blade away from you.
You gonna just punch my head off or something?
This is the end, isn't it?
I think so.
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I thought we might be, like, fleeing would probably get us paranoid, and that would make sense for the nightmare. I think we're going to get the voice of the broken right away, which is going to be new. We've never spent longer than like a few seconds with the voice of the broken.
She plants her foot on your chest and pushes you onto your back, the air leaving your lungs in a heavy puff.
Okay, well, is she gonna kill me slowly?
And then she brings her knee to your throat.
Okay. Well then.
She leans into it with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess, shattering your windpipe and leaving you starved for breath.
Okay, she is making it slow.
It's too bad. I was looking forward to some company.
Well, then just don't kill me. I don't know.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay, well then. Chapter 2, The Tower.
You're on a path.
Mhm.
You're here to...
Did I get anything? Okay, proceed to the cabin. I don't really need to save just yet. I haven't encountered a big choice. Yeah. Proceed to the cabin. Is it going to be broken?
A warning. She will lie. We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us.
Fair. But... So... The one said, angels and demons are cut from the same cloth, and it's probably best not to deny a proud being. So I don't know if that means, like, following her, or pledging ourselves, or something like that. Or, like, denying them means, like, just not doing whatever it is they want to do. But the one said resisting and, like, failing. So it's not like... So I think we either... killing her or denying her is going to be what is going to be gonna get us one of the chapter 3s. We'll see.
Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge?
No, we gave up. We deserve this.
I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic. You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included.
That is, yeah, that's fair.
I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter.
That's true, that's true.
Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible.
I feel like that's true too. Rescuing her and pledging yourself to her would be kind of the same thing. But then again, we don't know the context yet.
So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be.
Oh, something tells me it might be pretty hard. Proceed into the cabin.
If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here.
Were you going to try to convince us to turn around and leave?
The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest.
Oh my.
The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
I need to climb a ladder to get to the blade. And look how tall the mirror is. Look how small I look.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Why do we feel so small?
Exactly. I look tiny. It's like the world has grown. Either I shrunk or the world grew around me.
We don't feel small. We are small.
Oh boy. Approach the mirror.
You walk up to... What are you talking about? You reach forward. We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
Probably. Okay, I mean, either denying her or killing her, either one would probably require taking the blade. So we're going to actually save here. And we're going to take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
True. Enter the basement. Were the doors uneven?
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The
That's
smell
kind of scary.
incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease.
The stairs are as deep as I am tall. That means I need to use my hands and to climb down each step. Because I can't just use my legs if they're as tall as I am.
Huh. This is actually kind of nice.
Okay. Listen to the music, that organ and the choirs. I love this so far.
It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
You know, probably.
Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Okay.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Okay. We might be in trouble.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time.
Yeah, well, I mean, she's bigger
We
now.
need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her.
Broken, I don't think I'm going to be following you today.
Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there.
We should just ignore him.
It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Okay. Broken, don't mess this up for me. Continue down the stairs. If I end up accidentally getting, finishing this in this chapter 2, I might reload just because I think it would be nice to get, this chapter 3 and then just have 5 princesses in the next run that I gotta do. Alright, let's continue down the stairs.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a
Yeah.
time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond.
Music, oh my gosh.
The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
Is she floating?
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
Okay.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants.
Hi. What do I want? Do I want to try to deny her, or do I just want to try to kill her?
You brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity.
Oh, thank you. I pride myself on my charm.
Drop it.
Drop it or tighten my grip. Oh boy. Well, let's... Denying and trying to kill her are both going to be... I'm going to tighten my grip.
As if on command, the blade slips from your grasp. It clatters uselessly to the floor.
Great. Great start so far.
But we didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember? Are you really just going to let that happen to us?
Broken, what are you doing?
I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade.
Broken.
Of course we dropped it. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence.
I am in her presence. What are you talking about?
Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Yeah, Broken. Don't ruin this for me. I want to get to chapter 3.
Kneel.
I'm gonna try to save again. No.
Oh, are you still trying to defy me? I said kneel.
Your legs buckle, and your knees
Oh my.
hit the floor.
This is not good.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk?
What's there to talk about? You clearly have all the power in the world. You could probably just walk out of here. Why haven't you broken your chain yet?
The last time we met, you tried to kill me. And here you are again, trying to succeed where you've already catastrophically failed.
Yeah. Yeah, that did happen.
What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death?
Oh, you know... experimentation. That's all the motivation I need.
Speak.
What if I remain silent?
The last time we met,
What if I deny her by just not saying anything?
nobody should have met her before this. You should be the first. You're the only one I trust to deal with her.
Well,
Then you shouldn't have trusted us. There was nothing we could do to stop her then. And there's nothing we can do to stop her now.
Broken. Shush, we've got this.
He's being melodramatic, but yeah, we've been here before, and she absolutely destroyed us. What are we even supposed to do to stop her?
Just keep denying her.
That's worrying. Whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
Oh, what, if I tell her that I'm here to kill her because she, can end the world, will that manifest that she will end the world? I'm going to... I'm gonna keep saving because this feels like... I don't know how many branches there are to this. I'm gonna... She told me to speak. I'm going to remain silent.
Do you think holding shut your beak is enough to stop me from prying it open? Do you think your skull can save your thoughts from being seen?
Yes.
You're less broken than I thought.
Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment.
Perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters.
I mean, this sounds like chapter 3 to me, so let's go for it.
Pick up that needle.
Do it. It's what she wants.
But I've been denying her this whole time.
No objections here.
I'm just going to keep denying her. I'm going to make her so mad that she just...
I don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade. As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but then manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
Will I get stubborn if I just keep denying her? Why? What are you going to try and make me do with it? I'm going to kill you. You're not kidding about that divine hand. Who's doing this? Is it her? Is it you? No. Pick up the blade. No. 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 Remain silent. Stand completely still. Okay, I guess I have... What if I just stand here? What if I don't make a choice? What if I just... I would not... This would break the rules of everything we've seen before in the game, which makes me think that this isn't a thing. But it would be very funny if there was some kind of timer attached to this option here, where if I just didn't do anything, it would eventually move to, oh, you're resisting me. Stop resisting me. You're just standing there like an idiot. But there hasn't been a timer like that before, so I doubt there would be one here. But just in case, I will save, and I'll pick up the blade.
You reach forward and grasp the blade.
I mean, it also makes sense because all three of my voices were trying to make me pick up the blade as well. Like, everyone was in agreement that I should pick up the blade, so I guess that makes sense.
Stand.
No.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad.
Come on, really?
Okay, yeah. We can do that. We were probably gonna stand anyway.
Are you guys... Is she... You know she is manipulating us, right? Like... It's funny that, like, all the commands she's given us have been like, yeah, we would probably do that anyway. It's kind of unsettling. I hate you. I hate you so much, all of you. Stop making me do things. I'm going to kneel here forever or stand. That's so funny. That's so funny. What if I just stayed here? What if I just didn't choose? But no. Again, I think having a secret timer would, like, break the conventions of the game that we've seen so far. So I will stand, although I did save, just in case I'd find out somehow that there is some kind of timer attached to these where I can have some kind of agency by not doing anything. Stand.
You can feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce.
Uh-huh.
The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
So what do you want me to do now? Use it on me or use it on you?
To defy me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not.
Uh-huh.
You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance.
We are opposites, but that does not mean that we are not equal.
Take that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
Yeah, I kind of figured that's what it was going to be.
What?
What? You guys didn't see this coming?
You don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
Yeah. Oh. Hold on. What does end this mean? Well, I guess I'm ending this.
Oh, we'll end this all right.
Broken, how could you? Broken, how could you?
Your hand lifts the blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her.
I think it's a little bit late for that. It's a little bit late for that. I can't resist, which is interesting. Oh, well, how do I want to do this? Do I want to slay myself, or do I want to slay the princess? Okay, so my thinking here is I'm not sure which is going to end up being which ending, but I've been denying her so far. This might actually lead me towards the failing to kill her ending, or chapter 3, which is not quite the one I was going for, but I just kind of want to stick with the train of denying her and just seeing what happens. So I'm gonna slay the princess, and I did save, so we should be all good.
Your body is sluggish and unresponsive, actively fighting against you, but you do your best to stagger forward. One step at a time, you move towards the princess.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna get stubborn in whatever route we do next.
Slitting your throat would have been a mercy, but it seems you're in need of a harsher lesson.
Okay.
Plunge that knife into your lungs.
Nah, I don't want to do that.
I'm sorry.
Broken.
Don't. As you take another step forward, the blade digs into your ribs, slicing through flesh with ease. It somehow feels like an entirely natural thing to do, while the simple act of walking has become an arduous impossibility.
Well.
Then it slides back out, the wound burning as a small hiss of air escapes through the fresh orifice. Blood fills your lungs.
Okay then. Welp.
Now, do it again. Keep doing it until I give you permission to stop.
Nah.
Those are just words. You don't have to listen to her.
We don't have to, but something tells me I don't have a choice.
It's what she wants. You, heroic one, what are you doing? Don't just let this happen. Stop him from killing you.
Yeah, hero, what's going on here?
I'm on it.
Okay, cool.
Your other hand locks around your wrist.
Oh, interesting.
Perforating vital organs. But the blade still flails towards you, managing to slice bits of skin that plop to the floor to join the growing pile of blood and gore beneath you. Despite the pain, you manage to keep yourself in one piece. At least for now.
Okay, cool. This is kind of gruesome.
What a pitiful display. A wounded little bird, thinking it can defy a god.
I mean, that's what we're doing right now.
It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to hurt so much. You can choose a gentle end. You can choose to leave that punctured vessel for the next.
But what if I don't? I'm gonna slay the princess.
Or you can pathetically struggle against yourself until the floor of this temple is painted with the bloody impressions of your futility.
Well, then that's what we're doing. I'm too stubborn to die, which has been a theme for a lot of this stuff, actually. Stubbornness has gotten me a lot of chapter 3s.
You continue to approach the princess, even as the repeated gouges of your blade expose bone and muscle to the open air of the basement.
This is, like, painful. This sounds painful.
You know, this would be a lot easier if you gave us a hand.
The narrator doesn't have any control over this.
My influence only goes so far, and I can only juggle so many things at once. The best I can do right now is to continue to drive you forward. Believe me, this whole ordeal would be so much easier if I didn't have to contend with free will.
We don't even have free will. Broken is taking that away from me.
You're the one making things difficult. You're the one making us hurt. She doesn't want to hurt us. She's just doing what she has to.
Are you serious right now?
Stop.
Why?
As you finish crossing the room, you fall to your knees at the princess's feet, your chest heaving as your blood pools in the crevices of the stone floor, the coppery taste coating your throat.
What, are you showing pity for me?
The princess kneels down, lifting your chin with her finger as her face lowers to yours.
Wow, okay. Hi. How's it going?
Your devotion is misplaced. You've surrendered to delusion. But something about your defiant spirit speaks to me. You are different than you were before.
Okay. What are you gonna do about that?
Perhaps, if you've learned your lesson, I can spare you from the release of death.
I haven't learned anything.
There's a place at my side for you, if you'll have it. Not as an equal, but as something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
Broken's gonna be like, oh, she's showing us mercy. We have to take it.
Well, that's the meaning, isn't it?
It very much is.
Yes, how thoughtful of her. It's a mercy. Take it.
No. I won't. I've denied her at every step, and I'll continue to deny her until I die.
I think he's given up whatever say he had at the start of all this. At least one of you is sane. She's within striking distance, and she's only negotiating now because she knows you have what it takes to put an end to her. Seize the moment before it's too late.
I said no. What is there a possibility that these options would be open to me? Like, so far, it's so interesting because what this is reflecting is like, in giving up, I have actually given up my free will completely. This entire route, I have been at the mercy of either the princess or my intrusive thoughts. I have not been able to pick any of the options where I actually want to, like, deny. Like, I'm either following the narrator, or I'm following the princess, or I'm following the broken. Like, it's not, like, there's definitely something to be said about what is being said in this run. And I can't help but wonder if there is a scenario where these options would be open to me. But at the same time, maybe that would undermine what this chapter is trying to say. But either way, I'm going to deliver the best act of defiance that I can, and I'm going to slay the princess.
No.
No? Why no? Broken?
Yes. Though your body trembles, struggling to defend itself in the face of the princess's overwhelming will, you finally manage to break through, darting to her side before she can react.
Okay.
The wind of your freedom rushes through you, and you channel it into a decisive blow, stabbing into the soft flesh of her ankle and severing the tendons in an act of unyielding defiance.
Okay, yes. Stubborn, you're coming through.
She falls to the floor, crashing unceremoniously to her knees.
We're going to do it. We're gonna do it.
But you don't give her any time to recover. Your heart pounding with determination, you plunge your blade into her chest. As you find your target again
Oh my.
and again, she laughs, crude emotion breaking through her once stony composure as your blade cuts her flesh.
Well then, that's kind of terrifying.
We can do this, can't we?
Yes, we can. Stubborn, can't wait to see you in the next one.
You always could. The decision to give you this task was not made lightly. You're here for a reason.
Heck yeah, we are.
It's not too late to pick up the pieces. It's not too late to toss that blade aside and beg for forgiveness.
What's to forgive?
Shut up.
I can't believe you would actually strike me. You heathen! You worm! You defiler! You don't know the consequences of your arrogance!
Oh, I think I do. A world free of you.
Before you can strike the
Ow.
final blow, the princess lashes out, knocking you off your feet.
Okay.
There's an unsettling wet pop as your spine breaks, numbness and pain spreading through your body. As you rebound towards the ceiling in a moment of disorientated lightness, she drives her fist into your chest.
Ow. Hey, I thought you said we could do this.
Your body is crushed as she pulverizes you into the floor, the ground itself breaking from the impact.
I thought you said we could do this.
You lie there, broken, beyond pain, unable to even see what she's done to you. But the princess is succumbing to her own wounds as well. She looks down upon her body in abject horror and disgust.
It doesn't feel so good to be mortal, does it?
You made me use my hands. I can feel myself twisting into something new, something dull, something defiled. What have you done to me?
Oh. So she no longer... So this is like... Someone in the comments pointed out like that adversary is like a toxic relationship. This is like a whole new side of that. Like this is an abusive... This is like I thought happily ever after was abuse, because at the time I didn't really like psychological abuse. But I didn't really understand what was going on. It could still be interpreted that way, I think, but I didn't really understand what was going on when we like ripped our heart open. I didn't know where it was going at the time. I don't know if I would necessarily describe that as like the typical type of abuse, at least, but this is very much like we are broken, we are like, and like this is psychological and physical abuse. Like if we're talking about a love story, if we are talking about like relationships, that is what this is. I think it feels pretty cut and dry to me, but maybe we'll see where this goes. Maybe I'm misinterpreting it, but that's how it feels. I don't know if there would be another way to interpret it, actually, because like we're literally broken, and that's what abuse does to a person. So, but now she's been forced to like physically abuse us now, so she is turning into like something dull, something defiled. She is turning more into a, like, monster, I guess.
You're monsters and conspirators. I can't bear to watch this.
Monsters and conspirators, huh?
The princess has been nothing but cruel to you. You should feel liberated by her fall.
Well, we don't have time to feel liberated because everything goes dark and we die.
But I don't feel liberated. I feel empty.
And that's also what, like, abuse can do to a person. If the victim tries to, like, fight back, it doesn't feel good because they don't want to be abusive back. This is really interesting.
Aside from the pain, I feel fine.
Thanks, hero. Just wait, we're gonna get stubborn in the next one. It's gonna be great.
She collapses
Slay
to the
your
floor.
better, God
Her
killer.
glassy eyes watch, unblinking, yet somehow still full of anguish and fear, as the two of you perish together.
All right, well,
I suppose we were never gonna get a happy ending here, were we?
nope. This, whatever we did, it was never going to be true happiness.
Don't let those be your final thoughts. You saved the world. That's worth something.
But it still feels kind of bad.
I guess.
I guess.
Regardless of how you feel about it, it's finally over. Thank you. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Except it's not. It's not over. Chapter 3, The Fury.
Upload successful. Click here to view previous files. Have a pleasant day.